Hi y'all, today we are going to be making some caramel apple cookies. Yes, that's right, it is. We're really overloading the fall flavors here, aren't we? We have some apples, we got some brown sugar, we got some eggs, we got some nutmeg here, we got some butter, some vanilla, some cinnamon, some salt, some baking soda, sugar, and flour. But before we get to baking, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so if you want to learn a new recipe every week, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to cooking. Alright y'all, so for the first thing of these cookies, the very first thing we need to do, prepare our apples. Now we want 1.5 cups of pretty small diced. So dice it up pretty small. 1.5 cups of it. Alright y'all, so once we have our 1.5 cups of diced apple, we're going to go ahead and move over to our mixing station. Alright y'all, so in our mixing bowl we're going to start with 2.25 cups of flour. Then we're going to take 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to take 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of our ground nutmeg, 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar. Hey y'all, so now that we got these mixed together, we're just going to go ahead and get these ingredients well blended together real quick. Alright, and then I almost forgot 1/2 cup of white sugar. Then we're going to take 1 cup or 2 sticks of room temp soft butter. Then we're going to take 2 eggs. Now we're going to take 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, I spilled a little, so 2 to 3 teaspoons of vanilla. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and get this well blended together. Now we're going to go ahead, once we have this all mixed together, take 1.5 cups of our diced apples. Now we're just going to go ahead and lightly, we just want to fold these in, we don't want to overmix it. Okay, now it's time to start scooping some cookies. Alright y'all, so now with our cookie scoop, we got a baking sheet lined with some parchment paper. Just going to go ahead and drop them down. Alright, now we got our cookies laid out on our cookie sheet. Now we're going to go ahead, put these in the oven at 350 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes until this cookie is done. At that point, I'll bring you back. Alright y'all, so they just came out of the oven after about 14 minutes. We're going to go ahead and let these cool for 5 minutes on this rack. And then we're going to hit them with the caramel. And then we'll put them off to cool fully. So let's let them cool for a few minutes. I'll bring you back. Alright y'all. After about 5 minutes, we're just going to go ahead and do a quick caramel drizzle with our caramel sauce on top of each cookie. Now we're going to let these cool completely, move them to a serving tray. At that point, I'll bring you back. Alright y'all, I only put a few on the serving tray here for presentation. But, there we have them. Some caramel apple cookies. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below. There is a video over here that YouTube thinks you should watch. And until next time, keep on cooking on.